Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Free.
I'm Andrew.
And we are
TheGhaMericans.
So, in today's video, I will be telling you guys my angel tree story. But before I start talking about angel tree, what it is, how they helped me, how it's connected, I would like to ask you guys to kindly like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also, happy Vlogmas. We will be here all month. So I want to give you guys a bit of background information about Angel Tree and what it is. So I have some notes here. Angel Tree is a prison fellowship program. It's a prison ministry for men and women that are incarcerated. It was founded in 1979 by the Salvation Army. What Angel Tree does is they provide help to prisoners, their families, and their children. One of the most notable things that they are known for is their Christmas program. So they provide Christmas gifts to children whose parents are incarcerated. They also give back to people that are 60 and over and are in need of things as well. So it's set up through churches in the community, so they can go on the website, they can register, and then they can host an Angel Tree Christmas party. Angel Tree also has summer camps and sports camps for children as well. So that's really cool. I didn't even know that until like recently. So you guys may be wondering, what does Angel Tree have to do with me and how I'm connected to it? If you've been following us for a while, you have watched videos where I've said that my biological father, he spent a lot of time incarcerated. So Angel Tree actually helped me, but I just did not know. So this is how the story kind of goes. When I was young, as far back as I can remember, I remember my dad, he would call me and he would say, "What do you want for Christmas?" So I would be on the phone and I would say, "Oh, I want a dollhouse. I want a dress. I don't know. I want some shoes," or whatever, I wanted at the time. So he would say, "Okay, tell your mom and then I'll get those things for you." So I remember my mom, she would kind of like sit me down like at the kitchen table or something, and she would be writing down the things that I wanted on a piece of paper. So now that I'm older and I know, it was actually like the registration form, like the gift form where you write down what you want, you mail it in, and then they get you things that are similar to what you want. So sometimes you would get exactly what you wanted, but for the most part you would get things that were similar to whatever you asked for. So
quick question.
Okay. So
your dad was the one who asked you for what you wanted for Christmas, and your mom was the one filling the form, or your dad was the one filling the form?
My mom would fill the form.
So your dad would tell your mom what you want, and then she would fill it in the form?
No. You know how parents are. They just ask you, "Oh, what do you want for Christmas?" It had to be like, I guess, believable per se.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we would have that conversation, and he would just be like, "Okay, well, let your mom know." And then she would write it down, and she would send a little like form in.
Okay.
So where was I at? Oh, so, this kind of went on, every year or whatever. He would call, I would tell her what I would tell him, tell her, and then I would get I would have Christmas gifts from him. It wasn't until I was 12 years old, I was living with my aunt at the time, and I remember it was like a Friday or a Thursday or something like that. She was like, "Okay, well, this weekend we're going to a party." And I was like, "Huh? What party?" I didn't know. And I don't know if my aunt knew that I didn't know like what Angel Tree was, but I didn't know what it was. So she was just like, "Okay, on Saturday we're going to a party." So I was like, "Okay," not thinking anything of it. So I remember getting in the car. We go to a church like not far from our house, close to my high school, Hepzibah Baptist Church or something like that. I don't know if it was a Baptist church, but we pulled up and I'm like, "This ain't no party. This is church. This is church. This ain't no party." So me just being, you don't really question adults and things like that. You just go along with it. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's gonna be a church party. Okay, I'm with it. So we enter in and the place is like, it's decked out. It's beautiful. Christmas trees, presents, it's food everywhere. There are other children there. There are other parents there. And I still didn't understand like why we were there, what type of party this was, because I didn't know any of those people there. It was at a church and I don't know, I was confused. But again, I was just kind of like going with it. I never asked any questions, which was weird.
But when you entered, it was specced out. I mean,
yeah.
it was a party. So
it was really nice, but it was like children of all ages were there. So it was like little babies, like Alexander's age that were there as well. And I'm like, what is going on? So, you know, they welcome us. Oh, come in. We're happy to have you. You can come in. You know, we're eating right now. We'll do gifts later. We'll do blah, blah, blah later. So we go in and we're just eating. And I'm still like very confused as to why we're there because we don't know anybody. But, you know, we ate, and eventually it got to the point where I started seeing like little like angel tree things kind of like hanging around. And it got to the point where it was time to do gifts. Now, like I said, my mom, she would kind of like sit me down and be like, okay, what do you want? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know if it was her or my aunt that did it. I think it was still my mom that did it. And I remember like asking for a few things. Then it got to the point where it was like, okay, it's gift time. So they're like giving out gifts and things like that. And I started to like open the gifts. And I'm like, I'm starting to make the connection now. Like, yeah, I remember asking for like a jacket for winter. I remember asking for an iPod, and again, it wasn't like exactly what I wanted, but it was things that were similar. Like,
what did you get?
Okay, so
a Walkman?
Yes, it was like the CD player, like the CD player with like the headphones you put in your ear, you put the CD in. It was one of those. I didn't get the iPod that I wanted, and then I think I asked for like a black jacket with like the fur on the hood because those were like super popular. I got like it wasn't like green. It wasn't like emerald green. It was kind of like a bluish greenish jacket that I got. So, you know, I was still very grateful for it, but I just remember feeling overwhelmed once I kind of made the connection. Like, oh, these are the people that have been giving me presents all of these years. It was never my dad. I had never made that connection until then. But I was like, no one even said anything. Like my mom, she never like sat me down once I got to a certain age and explained it to me.
Oh, okay. I see. I would be like, you're still young. You wouldn't be able to make the connection.
At 12, I understood. But like even up to then, like my mom had never like sat me down and said, okay, like the reason why you're able to like get gifts from your dad is because of this particular program. My aunt, again, she didn't say anything. She just said, we going to a party, you know. She didn't explain it. Knew. Exactly. She probably thought I knew. But, you know, she didn't explain it. My dad had never like explained like, hey, you know, every year I asked you what do you want for Christmas and then you get Christmas gifts. It's because of blah, blah, blah. Because of angel tree. And let me not say blah, blah, blah. But I finally made the connection. And I just remember feeling like so overwhelmed. I had so many emotions. I wanted to cry. I cried when I got home. But I didn't cry there. But I really, really just wanted to cry because I just felt like really grateful that people would do something for me. And do something for all the other kids there because it was.
I thought you were sad that it wasn't from your dad.
No, it wasn't that. Oh, okay. I was more like grateful to have people doing things for me because it had been years and years and years of this, and I always thought it was my dad. I never knew, so I just remember feeling like just so overwhelmed with emotion. Again, I didn't cry there. I cried when I got home because one, I was a bit upset no one had ever told me, and then number two, I was feeling like, again, just very thankful because these things, the parties, they're hosted by churches and like people in the community. Donations are given. They're not like, it's not like your aunt or your mom or, you know, somebody giving you something. It's
someone you
purely
don't know.
Someone that you don't know that just wants to do something good.
Oh, that's nice.
And I remember just saying like, okay, once I get older and I'm able to give, I will always donate to Angel Tree. So if you guys have been watching up until now, I really encourage you guys to donate because some people they can't do anything for their children. They're not in a position to do so. So if you are in the position to give $25, $50, whatever is on your heart to give, I strongly encourage you guys to donate. I will leave a link in the description to the actual website so you can donate. It's not too late. I know it's December already, but it's not too late. They take donations literally up until the last moment. So donate if you can.
We really encourage you guys to donate. It doesn't have to be like too much. What you can afford, it's going to go a long way into putting a smile on a child's face.
Again, this is something that's very near and dear to my heart, and I just hope that maybe this video can end up in the right place at the right time, and I'm able to actually work with the organization just to like be a bit more hands-on. It's one thing to kind of donate, but it's another thing to be like super hands-on, to be at the Christmas parties and just fellowship with the people and things like that. So I don't want to ramble on too much, so again, donate if you can. Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you can.
And please check the link in the description below. We're going to link the website to Angel Tree down there. So you can make donations. It's going to be quick, nothing too big, something from your heart that can go a long way to helping someone.